That's it. Perfect.
That's it. That's it. How are you all doing? As the lad said, I'm from Cooley, but I did live in Clare for 10 years, and there isn't a day goes by that I don't miss it. And I knew Johnny, I don't think I knew the other man. I got a nice photograph of Johnny, and I got a nice photograph of Johnny Connor, and I got good photographs of the Toobies the day before they left their house. And the first day I went into Clare, I saw Michael Toomey walking the road. I said, I have to take that man's photo. And it took me, I'd say, 8 years to take the photo. Jordan Lynch rang me and he said, I know you wanted that photo for years. He said, they're leaving the house, come up now. Anyway. I'll sing a couple of songs. I usually have a musician here to play with me. And I'll sing this one. I heard this song, the first time I heard this song was about 30 years ago. When Ty Keller at the studio in Ballybourne. And there was a friend of mine, he used to work there, he was from Armagh, a young fiddler, and he used to play with us in the mills. But when the mills would be closed, we'd often go over to the studio and we'd keep playing inside in the kitchen. They had a bit of a kitchen there, is it? But Chris anyway, he said to me this one night, he says, there's a man, he says, recording an album. He says, next door, he says, there's a lot of musicians playing with him. He says, you've got to hear this fella, he said. And it was great because we could go in and your man was an assistant engineer and he knew how to work all the equipment. And we wouldn't tell anyone, we wouldn't tell I've been told since, but he went in and he pressed play and the first song I heard, they'd recorded it that day, you know, and I stole the song. And I met the man since, he's dead actually, a man called Sean Tyrrell. He was a very nice man. He lived up in Ballyvaughan in County Clare, but he was a very great man to collect songs. And 'tis November, and 'tis raining outside, and this is called November Rain. Tis a kind of a sea shanty about people who go out on boats, and they might come back and they mightn't come back, you know. Anyway.
gone, and the white geese are flying so gently away from their homes. Big ships that sail away from the land across the sea of cold. Remember November rain. Like the eyes of a woman witch, who's of those men whose love is turned to hate. Dark days have come, hunger's begun, the clouds have darkened the cold. Wind might be soft in your ears, but remember that rainbows are forming when nobody hears. Our love is changeless through the years. I'll have arms to welcome you home. an old song, I think very old song, I think. It was the woman that gave me the words of it. She was from Ballyvaughan, and she said her grandmother used to sing it. We recorded this pub in down the Raw School about 3 years ago. The whole gang was like. We didn't bring up the album yet. COVID got in the way of it. The album is done anyway. Lives a little dark-eyed maiden on the coast of Malabar. In the harbor where we anchored, I could see her smile sweet, with a blossom bud in her bosom and the wild waves of a flute. I can see the crowded city and trees big and tall, and that starry night I dance with her inside those city walls. She gave a little whistle glance as she looked out across the bay, and she whispered, if you love me, why do you sail away? I must go, my little dark eyes, I must go, my Indian star, but I'll come again and love you by the shores of Malabar. But my heart, it keeps returning to that bird of distant shore, and my little dark-eyed maiden, she's there no more, no more. Fare thee well, my Indian maiden, fare thee well, my dark-eyed star. In my dreams you'll live forever on the coast of Malabar.
1, 2. So that is Garrod O'Deneen. Garrod, big round of applause. Okay. Brilliant. Fantastic. Tonight, of course, is our first rambling house in I think 5 years nearly. 5 years because of COVID and everything goes well. But it's a very special rambling house because we've two very special people that left our parish last year, Dan Favier and Johnny O'Brien. So this is kind of a nice, it's kind of a tribute to them. We have pictures here of Johnny and Dan and their two sticks. Johnny's stick was for walking the mountain. Dan's stick was for hunting dogs away from the postman when he was going to houses. I think that's the story behind that. But we did a small bit of research on the two boys and looking for their favourite songs. And with Dan, there are lots of songs, but we picked one from each anyway. And there's one, Don't Need a Heart to You, I've heard him sing it and he's going to sing it tonight. I Will Be Back When the Robins Come Home was one of Dan's favourite songs.
Just after Christmas I remember the year, boy and his sweetheart sat there on the pier. Tomorrow we'll be leaving for over the phone, and he said I'll be back when the robins come home. I will be back when the robins come home. I'll have enough money to make you my own. Don't be too lonely now while I am gone, for I will be back when the robins come home. The winter passed slowly, sometimes he was sad. He said in his letter the weather was bad, and how he missed her while out on the phone, and prayed for the day when the robins come home. I will be back when the robins come home. I'll have enough money to make you my own. Don't be too lonely now while I am gone, for I will be back when the robins come home. The schooner she waited for was coming at last, but joy turned to sorrow, the flag was half-mast. Teardrops were falling on the first day of spring, as the tears wet his casket, the robin did sing. I will be back when the robins come home. I'll have enough money to make you my own. Don't be too lonely now while I am gone, for I will be back when the robins come home. I will be back when the robins come home. I'll have enough money to make you my own. Don't be too lonely now while I am gone, for I will be back when the robins come home. Yes, I will be back when the robins come home.
Super. Johnny, we're going to do a sound for Johnny after this. We're going to ask Michael Healy-Ray to come up here, whether he's going to whistle, or tell a joke, or do a jig, or something.
We'll try to keep the crowd anyway. So, Reverend Fathers, ladies and gentlemen, it's great to be here. Unlike Brendan Grace, who said it's great to be somewhere or to be anywhere. So, one day in Killiarvan, I called on Miss Brown. She was up in the bathroom and she could not come down. Says I slip on something and come on down quick. So she slipped on the soap and came down in the tea. And the Queen of Society lives down our way. Early one day I went to the market market for to buy a wee hen. I said she might lay an old egg now and then, but early next morning I got a great shock. Says the hen I can't lay for because I'm a cock. Tooraloo, tooralay, and the queen of society lives down our way. One day I was walking down through the main street, and I met a wee lad with no shoes on his feet. Well, I took pity on him, and right then and there, I took him into the Madame's and I bought him a pair. That was a shop up by the Red Restaurant in Kilgarvan, in case he didn't know it. Tooraloo, tooralay, and the queen of society lives down our way. Sad verse now. So when I did die, and to heaven did go, the place that I came from, they wanted to know. When I said Kilgarvan, St. Peter did declare, hurry up, step inside, you're the first one from there. Tooraloo, tooralay, and the queen of society lives down our way. Up the wagon. One quick story, and all the people that were around in the 70s and the 80s and the 90s, you'll get this very quick. But to the younger people that are here, I'll explain it so you'll realise what it's about. But a most desperate, great young man from here left in the 1980s with a crowd of other fellas. Our mighty man down the road here, Dennis O'Brien. He went to America, like all fellas, to make a bit of money and to travel the world and see things. And he went over and he was in America. And at that time, the most famous man in the whole of the world, on the planet, besides our Lord Jesus Christ, was a man by the name of Sting. Sting was a lead singer in a group called The Police. And at the time, they were the biggest band in the planet. There was nobody bigger than them. And everyone in the whole world knew Sting. And of course, he was adored all over every part of the planet. And whatever way, anyway, Dennis got into an elevator one day. And he was minding his own business, doing his work away diligently himself and a crowd of young lads, the Kellys and more, they'd all gone to New York. And they were over there anyway. But he looked, whatever way, he was inside the elevator, and he looked to one side. And who was there? Only Sting. So he took one look at him and he said, Almighty God, you're Sting. And Sting said, I am. And they had a conversation. And Dennis, being the cool man that he was, he went back that evening after his half day's work. And he was inside in an apartment. And like all young fellas, there was a gang of them staying there, trying to save a few pounds and get on. And whatever way, Dennis thought of his story. And he said, well, do you know, and this is a true story now. Do you know that he said, I forgot to tell you, you'll never guess who I met today. And they said, they were only half listening to him, and he said, do you know who I met? I met Sting. So the next thing they were all around him, and they said, you what? He said, I got into an elevator, and I turned around, and who was there? Only Sting. And they were hanging off him at this stage, and they were saying, oh, mighty God, and what happened at all, or what did you say? Dennis being cool, he said, I took one look at him, and I said, God Almighty, you're Sting. And what did he say to you? He stood back from me, he took one look at me, and he said, you're one of the brides from Glenflesk. You're doing this, so that's true. So anyway, the last thing I tell you, that was a great man, of course, one of the best men ever, I suppose, that Ireland produced. I actually went to his funeral. I spoke to him on the morning that he died, unusually enough, at Brendan Grace. But I always remember this story that he was telling, and he was be complimenting mother-in-laws. We have to be very careful about mother-in-laws, you know. So I'm not offending anybody, I'm only repeating what Brendan Grace said. And this is what he said. that there was a mother-in-law anyway, and she was talking to her son-in-law. It was around this time of the year, it was coming up to Christmas. And the mother-in-law said to him, "Tell me," she said, "will you give me a kiss under the mistletoe?" "Listen here now," he said, "I wouldn't give you a kiss under general anesthetic."
Michael B. Leary, your man. Grab it away. There's 20 seats up here at the front and kind of the middle, come on away, because it's kind of cold out there. So we sang the song for them, and now I'm going to put Neely Moylan on the spot. I love putting Neely on the spot to sing the song for Johnny.
Good evening. First of all, we are here, friends of Johnny and friends of Dan. And there were two very special people into my life. When I went to school at 7, Dan stayed with me for a week, winding me until I got used to the climate. And a bit after, when Johnny came to school, I invited Johnny on the way home. So we've crossed paths a few times in our life, and I was always sad when the passing of Walton. And just when we were mentioning the COVID, and we're conscious that there's people here that lost people over the last 5 years since we were here, so just to mention those, I think of those. I'm singing a song for Johnny. Johnny was probably singing a song that well, Johnny. But yeah, not Johnny had a white horse, a white Stella, and the name was the Roxabon. And Johnny was as proud of that Roxabon as, what's his name, Gordon Elliott, or any of them fellas that, any of them fellas. Johnny was proud of his white horse. So this was he called the horse, the Roxabon, that was his name. So here goes. I hope I don't forget anyone, but if I do so, you can forgive me. Come all ye live heroes, wherever you may be. Don't hire with any master, till you know what your work will be. For he rise you up early, at the clear daylight of dawn, and you never will be able to plough the rocks upon. Oh, rise up, gallant Sweeney, and give the horses hay, and give to them a good feed of oats before they start away. Don't feed them on soft turnips, let them out on the young green lawn, and then they might be able for to plough the rocks upon. God's curse upon you, Sweeney, you have been nearly robbed. You're seated by the fireside, with your feet upon the howl. You're seated by the fireside, from the clear daylight till dawn, and you never will be able to plough the rocks upon. Well, my shoes, they are well worn, and my stockings, they are thin. My heart is always trembling, in case they might give in. My heart is always trembling, from the clear daylight till dawn, and I never will be able to plough the rocks upon. Oh, I wish the Queen of England would write to me in time, and place me in some regiment, all in my youth and prime. I'd fight for Ireland's freedom, on the clear night until dawn, and I never will return again to plough the rocks of Ban. Oh, I never will return again to plough the rocks of Ban.
Some nights I can't dread this, but he promised me that he's going to keep it clean. Mick Linehan.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, you all know it's coming up Christmas time, and don't you know there's a lot of drinking going on around Christmas. But that was this fella, he'd have to go every Christmas morning, every Christmas Eve for the session. And he'd give all the drinking, and the wife would have to collect him at night. But don't you know for the fellow will have to drink, and a woman, you know business to happen to him, because they won't listen to you. But they were passing the church and he coming home, and midnight mass was on. And he said to the wife, "Point there," he said, "we're going to mass." "No," she said, "don't mind it, I'll too drunk." In he went near her, and he threw himself off the bottom, very near the crib. She's about 10 minutes into the mass. He fell into the crib, turned the whole lot upside down. So they got him up near her, and they got him out of the car, and the wife got him home. So the following morning, the priest went up on the altar, and he gave this big sermon. "Look," he said, "anyone if you want to go to town for a drink on Christmas Eve, you're quite entitled to it. He'll meet friends, he'll meet retirement from England and America. Because as a matter of fact," he said, "one ass is enough inside the crib." That was this woman, and her best friend's daughter was getting married, and she wanted to buy something real good. So she met another friend one day, and she said, "You'll have to go to Dublin." She went to Dublin, and she bought this beautiful night suit. Oh, Jesus was on the thing, and she brought it on with her, and of course, she gave it to the bride. And she said, "Wear that now." "Oh no," said the bride, "we don't wear them no more." She said, "We goes to bed in the nude now." Oh, she said, "Well, actually take it." So back she went to the room herself. Jack was inside the bed, after a good belly for the porter, and one eye half closed. "Come on, Maggie," he said, "turn off the bloody light and look at the room on it is." Oh, she said, "I'm going to bed tonight," she said, "Jack, in my birthday suit." Jack came on looking at it. "Big Jesus Christ," he said, "you like to give it to Robert Doyle, fuck?"
Will someone tell Father Jim to come back in? It's alright, it's fine. We have Eileen and her daughter, Eleanor Cronin, going to come up. They're going to sing a song and play a tune. They're living over in Kilcoin. So, it's fantastic.
Delighted to be here tonight. Like I said, my name is Eileen, and my daughter going to start with a song called The Water is Wide. It's an old Scottish song.